Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is my official introduction to this blue themed flower bouquet. This particular tutorial is going to look at the lily of the valley flower, the blue themed one I make. This is the wrapped flower bouquet. You can use scrap yarn for this project. It's quite easy to manipulate the stitches, and the tutorial is actually detailed and explains it into detail. However, if you are an absolute beginner, I do recommend that you learn the basic stitches, which is double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet stitches before you attempt to make this. And I wrapped it in a very nice, newspaper that I've had, so you don't need to buy any extra items. Mine is actually easy, more DIY friendly to do right at your home. So you can use this, you can make this flower bouquet and give it as a gift, a birthday gift. You can make it into any color you want. It's actually my birthday, so I made this for myself. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment as well. Please watch the entire video as well before you click download, because most people have been watching a few seconds and downloading the whole video, and it is really, it does not hurt to also like, okay, and it does not hurt to watch the whole video. Thank you so much. Love you. So the list of items include some yarns. I'm using these 3 shades. These are leftover yarns and I'm making good use of it. I'm going to need some skewers or palito sticks, any nice looking stick that is not rough, a little bit thin or thick, depending on what you want would be fine. You need some wire. This is 0.6 millimeter, a 2.0 millimeter hook, a glue gun with some glue sticks. Yeah, let's begin. So the unwrapped flower bouquet includes the crochet lily of the valley flower. Mine is quite a bit different, together with some maple leaves. So we have the lavender, the maple leaf. Okay, this is how I made mine. And then the crochet lily of the valley with its flowering buds. Let's wrap the green yarn around the palito stick or the floral stick or skewers. First of all, you must have your glue gun heated at power point in order to make the first point of contact. So what I'm going to do is to put some small, a little amount of glue around the tip. I grab about 0.5 centimeter. I make this first touch and then I start wrapping gently. Okay, make sure everywhere is covered, especially the tip. So you start wrapping, you'll be moving your stick in a circular motion, just like this, circular motion. And then you move along. Okay, you can move as fast as you can. Okay, and make sure everywhere is covered. You can just pinch, to close the places that are not touched so that we do not see the stick. Okay, so I'm just going to, this is very relaxing to do. I'm just going to move along and wrap the yarn around my floral stick, okay, until I have everything covered. This should take about 5 to 10 minutes. So getting to the end of the skewers, you turn directly facing so that you can get a good grip and wrap nicely. So you get to the very tip, okay? Then you would this time you go gently as possible because you can't push it down. So what I do is that because sometimes the glue is potential to melt, I just apply a little bit fire here, see, just like that, so that the glue becomes soft again, and then I can wrap finally. Okay, so I'm just going to cut and add a little bit fire here. nicely done. This is how it should look all wrapped. So you are going to wrap as many sticks as possible basically, and then we get to the next step. Pick up your green yarn, make a magic ring. Chain 1, 5 single crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Pull tight, slip stitch in the very first piece to join. Should have this nice circle. Okay, next step, we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the next space, the next, chain 1, move to the next space, double crochet, chain 1, move to the next space, double crochet, chain 1, move to the next space, double crochet, chain 1, move to the next space, right there, double crochet, and then I'm going to do your last chain to connect. Right now we have, including the chain 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 double crochet. Okay, including the chain 3 the chain 3 also counts as a double crochet. So I'm going to chain 1 into the chain 3 space. I'm going to slip stitch to join nicely, and this is what you should have. It should be a little bit tight because it has to curl upwards, and that's fine. Now you are going to chain 1, pull up a strand, grab your safety scissors, and then cut off. Okay, nicely. You can weave in later. Now you are going to change colors to blue. So now you are going to pick any space randomly, any chain 1 space. I'm just going to select this space, just slip stitch and then chain 1. So you are going to do 5 double crochet together. Please pay attention. Okay, you yarn over, insert, pull through. Make sure you now have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through, 2 loops only. I'm going to yarn over, insert, pull through. You have 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through, 2 only. You yarn over, insert, pull through. You have 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through, 2 only. Now you have 4 loops on the hook, right? You yarn over, insert, pull through. Yarn over, pull through, 2 only. You should have 5 loops on the hook. That's when you yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Okay, that's the repetition basically in all the space. So now you are going to chain 1 to separate. In the next space you are going to repeat 5 double crochet together. Let's go along another time. Yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through, insert, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through, insert, yarn over, pull through, 2. You should have 5 loops on the hook. That's when you yarn over and pull through all 5 loops, and that's double crochet 5 together. So you're going to repeat this in all the spaces, the chain 1 spaces, and then we move to join and work the next row. So now at the end of the row you should have 6 petals in each space because we have 6 pieces. Okay, 6 of these petals. Okay, so afterwards I'm just going to chain 1 after completing my last, and then I'm going to single crochet on top of the very first one to join. Okay, and that is it. You should have this round like circle. Okay, the next step is to work on the detail on the petals. It it's kind of similar to scalloped edging, okay, if you are conversant with the crochet, different types of edgings. So what I'm going to do is insert a single crochet in the same exact space, and then a half double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in the same exact space, 1, 2, a half double crochet, and then a single crochet. You should have this for the petal, the detail on the petal. Now you just move into the next space with a single crochet. So just connect the spaces in between, the chain 1 spaces. Single crochet, let's go over again. Half double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, a half double crochet, and then a single crochet once again in the same exact space. So you should have something like this, and you're going to have 6 all around, okay? So you're going to repeat the same thing in all the spaces till I get to the end, and then we move to the exciting part. So after completing the last scallop, I'm just going to slip stitch into the very first scallop, the first stitch for the very first scallop, chain 1, and then cut off. I'm going to weave in later. So the next step is to work on the pollen green. I specifically chose yellow for the pollen green, okay? So I'm just using cotton yarn for this pollen green, okay? This is not compulsory. You could use acrylic. So I'm going to wrap around my finger, both fingers like this, 12 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm just going to cut. Okay, you should have something like this. Now I'm going to grab a piece of wire about 1 inch long, fold it into 2. This should be fine. Let me just cut this extra off. You're going to insert it into the yarn and pull just like this, secure, and just start pressing it down, okay, and coiling, okay? So we are just wrapping these 2 strands together of wire together, just coil for it to be one. Okay, when you coil like this, you now secure the very middle. Just make sure you have the very middle in place. The hole, there's this small hole from the magic ring. I'm just going to insert. Okay, make sure you pull tight. So I'm just going to cut, a little bit downwards so that the pollen green becomes leveled and nice and neat. Okay, and then I just press downwards a little. Okay, nicely done. So I'm just going to wrap a piece of green yarn all around. So as usual, you need your glue, hot and standby, and then I'm going to put a little here. So just a little, okay? Wrap it there, and then take your piece of yarn and start wrapping. Leave a strand like this. Start wrapping like this. Make sure everywhere is covered, okay? Wrap it nicely. And that's it, okay? So you keep wrapping. You could add some little, glue. And then keep wrapping. You could cut off this extra strand because we have gone over it for some time, so it's okay now. And just continue with your wrapping process. So I'm just going to wrap around the wire nicely. Make sure everywhere is covered. And then till I get to the tip, okay? So we are now at the tip. Let's get it. Just give it some small glue and wrap nicely around it. And just, give it a little bit touch, and then just cut it off, cut the yarn off, and you have this nicely. Okay, you could trim the pollen grains and just weave this in. Then you have your perfect petals. These are the other ones I've made. For each stick you need about 3, and then a bud, the one that is going to the new flower. This is going to ripe very soon and become just like this. So that's the next step. We are going to learn how to make this. To make the bud, we are going to make a slip knot and then chain a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now going back into the very first chain, and I'm going to do 5 double crochet together. So wrap the yarn around the hook, insert into the space, pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. When you have 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops, and then you are going to chain 3. You are going to repeat the same thing again in this space. So yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You have 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. Now you turn towards the opposite side, the very first chain, insert your hook into that space, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on the hook, and then pull the loop through the one on the hook to slip stitch. Okay, so you should have something like this. Okay, so this is how the bud will look like. Now you can cut a piece of wire about 1 inch long. You just fold to have 2, and then you are just going to just cut it with your pair of scissors, and then we are going to insert that into the bud. But let's cut it off first. Let's cut the strand. Secure. So we are just going to insert it this way. So look for the space, insert nicely, and just start wrapping the wire. Okay, so secure like this and start wrapping the wire. Like this. And then we are, after wrapping, we are going to wrap around with green yarn towards the base. Okay, cut it off. Make sure you put a little bit glue and wrap full length, just as we did for this previous flower bud. Okay, yeah, so I'll meet you when I'm done. So now we have our wrap stick, we have the flower buds, and then we have the flowers. Okay, so you need 2 wrap stick to make 2, of course. I'm going to demonstrate how I made the first one. So I just take my first flower bud, and then I pick up my green yarn and start wrapping. Okay, so I leave an inch, start wrapping from the flower bud area, and then move along to join with the main body, which is the stick. Wrap it gently, make sure you cover the topper part of the stick. So this is how I joined the first instance, and then I just continue wrapping. Okay, so after adding the other flowers, this is what you should have, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other branch. You could go with another layer of green yarn in order to make it more leveled. Okay, by just wrapping it around, and you will have completed your lily of the valley. Actually, this flower contained lavenders, but I made mine in blue, and I followed a tutorial here on YouTube. I'll link it in the description, so that if you want to make a bouquet or a full bouquet, you could just follow that lavender tutorial. But hopefully I would like to make a tutorial of this maple leaf, which is my new techniques. I just combined to add these details for the leaves to make it more unique. I might do a tutorial. If you want me to do a tutorial, please leave a comment, and also like. If this video gets to 100 likes, I would do that for you guys. But yeah, I'm going to complete my other lily of the flower, and I'll show you how I wrap my full bouquet together with the lavenders. Okay, so I'm just going to burn it. Okay, it makes a great difference since we are using acrylic yarn. So that's what I do to most. I'm just going to do this and then wrap up the flower, and that will be the done deal. Okay, I'm also going to add my lavenders. I made a bunch of them. This one was made with chunky cotton yarn, so hence the difference in color size. This looks cute already. Let me wrap it up.